Hello teacups, what's brewing? Good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are. We are back, and man, has Chantal put a lot of stuff out the last day. I reacted last to the McDonald's live. I think she's done 4 live streams since then, maybe 5. But yesterday she did 3 and it totaled about 8 hours of filming. And absolutely not. We're not reacting to that. Spoiler alert. This is very much going to be condensed milk today. The first live was just when she was marinating her chicken. She just gets bored and turns her camera on. That's all it is. She wants someone to talk to. She can't talk to Pete when he's at work, and she turns it on. So she was marinating some chicken for her chicken yassa. Actually, guys, that recipe, like, it doesn't look that appetizing on camera, but when I search it, 'cause I was like, oh, what's that? It sounds pretty delicious. I'm debating trying it, not gonna lie. Debating giving it a go. But she marinated her chicken in her first live and just chatted. And then her second live, she was actually cooking and eating the dish. And I think she had a sandwich as well, because she always eats while she's waiting to eat. And again, nothing massively interesting in either. Most of the talking points came up again in her longer live, her third live of the day. But we're actually not going to focus too much on the larger live as a whole, because it's just too much, guys. I can't sit through and react to it. It would be a ridiculously long video. So all I've done, I've gone in and I've taken out the actual cleaning portion, because that's the part in her title she claims her video is about, even though it only took up a small portion of the live. So we're going to react to that. I think I maybe did chop out a little of just something she said at the end, but aside from that, we're really focusing on the actual cleaning portion. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today, and let's get into the react.
I'm back already.
Yeah,
I am going to clean. It's going to be a long night. So
it was indeed a long night, but not because she was cleaning all night, which actually would have been good. She is messing with these sneakers for a whole portion of this. She's turning laced sneakers into shoes she can slip on and off, which is puzzling because they sell slip-on sneakers. Why didn't you just buy them? How can you like the lace and then be like, oh, the lace is bothersome?
Ordered a Twisty Misty. I'm waiting for that to come so I can, and a Blizzard. I don't want to have another Blizzard cup up there. I'm going to eat it down here and then go upstairs. What I'm going to clean is my room today. Right on. Got some shoes to walk in now. So we can go for nice walks. I have socks, black ankle socks. I'm going to stay home tonight because I'm going to take this opportunity to clean. Yeah. Get that up.
She's had many an opportunity. Like, she does clean a little, but she does like to make mountains out of molehills, you know? Where you're like, okay, let's go do this, that'd be fun. But this could have been a really good pre-recorded video. Just show a before shot, montage yourself cleaning, then you can cut out the crap you don't want people to see, and then do an after shot. It doesn't have to be long, it can get your whole house blitzed, can look really impressive, and is very easy to consume content.
Out of the way. So I'm gonna do my room. So I have to do my laundry, my bedding. I want to put my chair together, I think, and I'll have to move my table over. Clean up all the trash in my room. I have garbage bags.
And she starts smoking now. That's important later.
I know. Believe me, it bothers me. I don't like this.
If you don't like it, there's no reason to live in it. You could keep on top of this, and she doesn't. And yes, she's been busy with certain activities recently, so you know, everyone gets into a bit of a mess sometimes. I'm not going to say, well, you should be perfect all the time. Of course she shouldn't be, but the extent to which she lets it go, and it's horrible to live in. I don't know how it lasts so long.
Oh shit, the part that makes it go up and down. It's going to be complicated, isn't it, putting this chair together?
Let's just give up now. She got, I think a few people were asking, she got a gamer chair for Pete, I think was his birthday present, and then she also got one for herself.
Yeah, oatmeal cookie it does. Ask Pete's to help. Pete's is working. I'll be okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to clean my own room, but
yeah,
he did offer to help many times. He did do some cleaning when I was away.
Can you imagine how bad it must have been for him to clean while she was gone? And it's all her crap. Like, how bad it must have been with the food trash.
So he did offer to help this weekend, but I want to get it done, before the weekend. My room is pretty private though. Like even if either of us wanted to have somebody over, like we each have our own bathrooms. Like there's no need for me to leave my room really, except for the kitchen.
That's very true.
Hi Jessica.
But she had said prior that she wasn't going to do that to Pete's and that they weren't going to do that to each other. And that was a nice respectful line to have, and now it does seem to be blurring.
Like I have my own bathroom, I have my own private balcony, so I can just go there for fresh air and stuff. You appreciate your home, why can't he come over? Well, at first it was because I don't want to have guys over here I don't know, I know, yeah. Especially...
Also, yeah, safety-wise, I would not want this guy in my house. I would not want this guy to be able to track me down and show up whenever I wanted. He seems skeeved, but also it's a pandemic. Don't expose Pete to the guy. For a multitude of reasons, but let's stick with the basic, it's a pandemic. There are so many issues with it.
And now, because I need to get my house in, like I don't want to have people over if it's messy. I'm lazy, but I'm not as lazy as I used to be, trust me.
We have had no evidence of that, but also she keeps saying, oh, trust me. What have you done to earn that trust? There has been no evidence showing otherwise.
Not even close. I'm actually looking forward to doing my room tonight. Like, yeah, I want to do it. I want to put like all my shoes on my shelf. I want to put all my clothes away, wash them, lovely. Wash my bedding, wash my llama.
Yeah. Oh, please, God.
My llama has ear cheese on it. I'm just joking.
Just joking in that way of, no, I'm definitely not serious. Definitely not.
Clean your kitchen first. My kitchen is like...
That'd be nice too.
It's pretty clean. It's not as bad as my room. Like there's no dishes or anything.
I can believe that. Her kitchen's a mess, but a lot of it is clutter. Like in the living room, because she's been eating there, it's dirt. It's dirty takeout old containers. That's gross, which I guess Pete's got sick of because he had started cleaning it in one of the previous lines where he was like, oh, it's sticky. And I was like, oh, he shouldn't have to do that. So I can believe it's more cluttered than anything, but with the kitchen being a communal area, I feel like it should be prioritized. Because yeah, your room is your room. You should be responsible for cleaning that, and also you can do that as well. There's no limit.
I think so. I just have to sweep and mop. That's pretty much it.
There's a ton
I clean
of
the bathroom in there. I have to unclog the toilet.
Oh.
The center island.
She mentioned this live at some point that I'm cutting out. I don't know. 2 of the bathrooms are clogged in that house because of her. Like she said she ran out of toilet paper and had to use a paper towel. And I'm like, ma'am, if there's something you should never run out of, it's toilet paper. You're always going to need it. But knowing that it's going to clog the toilet, why would you just shove a paper towel down there? Why would you do that? And it seems to have been something that's been that way for a bit now. Because if I clogged the toilet, I'd be like, clean it now. Because that's a problem for everybody. And she's just left it. So 1, that's not particularly respectful for anyone else living in the house. And 2, like, it's gonna smell. It's so gross. You guys, it's so gross.
And I know, it's so cluttered. I don't know where to put everything.
Make the rack.
It's such a big project.
It's not though. You make it a big project.
I'm not gonna worry about, I'm gonna have to put that friggin' baker's rack together.
How long has she had that baker's rack now? And also, here's what I think should happen. People complain that Pete doesn't do enough, but she generates the majority of that trash. So I think Pete should be in charge of his own room. Whether you agree he should clean up more or not, when they moved in, they made the agreement that she was going to, and she hasn't been. So I don't really get at Pete's for that, but we saw Pete put together I want to see either the dining table or the 2 chairs that they actually use. Because the idea was he was going to do the table and she was going to do the chairs, and then she flaked out on it, so they still don't have all the chairs made. He said he would help this weekend. So ask him to do the leftover furniture DIY. She's got that baker's rack, which would make a huge difference in the kitchen. Get him to finish the goddamn chairs so you don't have them up on the side. They've got some kind of white shelf next to her stairway that's only half built. They've got a lot of kind of furniture storage stuff that wouldn't be that hard to put together, that would make an enormous difference to the cleaning they could do, because they've got nowhere to put things right now. So I really think that should be the conversation. It'd be like, you're putting your gaming chair together. If she needs help with the gaming chair, she can ask him later. But that's where I think they should go with this. I took a little break. I got called away. The kids have come back. If you hear them or if they come bursting up, because they're very excited to show me things in their video games, it might happen. Just be aware.
I want my room cleaned first because I spend a lot of time in there too. Hire a maid for one good clean.
That'd be an idea.
I'll be okay.
Thus far, she hasn't been fine, but I understand not wanting a cleaner in your house. In Saudi, the cleaners are quite cheap, and I have neighbours that have them. So for those cleaners, sometimes they say, hey, you're looking for anyone, because then they can arrange a time because they're coming into the compound anyway. If they're making a trip, they can just clean more houses and more money from that time. But I really don't like having people in my space, so I'd rather just clean it myself. The difference is, though, I do clean it myself and she doesn't. So I do feel like if it's embarrassment over the state it's in, like, get this blitz out the way and then hire one so it doesn't get to that state again, because we've seen repeatedly it just degenerating into this very quickly.
You can hire to put stuff together? Really? I would rather do that.
She should do that.
I'm gonna clean my room. It's gonna happen. Just wait till
I'll hold my breath, shall I? I am speaking in the hindsight of having watched this video. That would be another option. Instead, if she didn't want to ask Pete to do it, even though I think it would be a completely reasonable thing to ask him, she could just have the people who deliver it build it. It happened, IKEA do that, don't they? You pay a bit extra and you get the service. Because if they clearly know they're not going to do it, the amount of space they would free up if they just got rid of all the like miscellaneous furniture crap, like the half-built stuff, and then they could fit everything inside it. And we've seen that house before. We know how much half-built stuff they've got. Imagine how much better it would look, how much cleaner and clearer and just less cluttered. It'd be amazing.
I eat my blizzard. Okay, I didn't inhale enough. I'm gonna choke.
Her chat are trying to kill her.
Okay, hold on.
Because she does choke. Why is she doing...
Really?
I thought we'd agreed not to vape, because you can... If you're going to get high, which is also something I'd like to see her do less of, but if she's going to do THC, there is absolutely no reason for her to vape. She can take the gummies. She has shown she has them. But, like, her lungs just can't handle it. She chokes every time she inhales. Why are you doing this to yourself? Like, how many times does the dog have to hit the electric fence to realise it's a bad idea? Because apparently it's less times than Foodie.
I didn't have any gummies today. You should do a 24-hour live marathon. Hi, Marina!
You bite your fucking tongue, whoever was in that chat. You bite your fucking tongue. She has threatened us with that before, and recently the sleep stream has been gassed up a little bit more. Than like, come on, come on, come on. If she fucking does this, no.
And yeah, 24-hour live stream. I might do it before 100K. I don't know.
Don't do it to us.
Maybe when I reach every 10K, I'll do a 24-hour live stream. How about that?
No.
No, I can't go and just put a quick load in. It's not like that. I need to sort my clothes. So I'm going to put some in a garbage bag that I'm not going to wear and I'm going to give away that are like kind of too big or I just don't like them anymore.
So she's not going to clean them, which is beautiful.
Pretty soon my jeans will be loose. I'm going to give away a lot of my 5X stuff.
This I left in because I know people are like, oh, liar, liar, liar with the scale. I think she has lost weight. Last stream, she was wearing a jumper. I was going to react to the last stream, and then yesterday happened. So she was wearing a jumper that she had bought in her October, whatever it ended up being. That kind of raspberry and black sweater, the floral one. And she was saying how it fit her a little better, and I wanted to compare. So I went to go and find it, and I couldn't get a super good shot because they were eating the whole video, so it was kind of covered up. But I don't know if she just looked especially bad in that video. But there is a difference between the video where she was wearing it for the first time and the video when she was wearing it recently. And if I have got a picture, I'll try and put it in for you. So I do believe that her clothes have been looking looser. But at the same time, we've also seen her like binging on sugar. And I know she doesn't count it as a binge, but really binging on sugar. And so the health narrative in terms of, oh, I don't eat as much, I'm not eating I'm eating more of the right kind of foods and real foods, we're not necessarily seeing that much evidence of on camera. And she was a little disappointed in her last weigh-in because she'd lost 7 pounds, which is a decent amount, but maybe not as much as you might expect if you were doing this really properly as a person of her weight. However, it was a loss. She's starting, and you can see the signs of it here, to just be like, when this happens, and in her brain, it's as good as, oh, it's happened. And I think with the food she's shown us, and again, don't know what's happening outside of that, I wouldn't be so confident that pretty soon your jeans aren't going to fit you, because your jeans have only just started fitting you. When you bought those jeans, they didn't fit. They were too tight. You could get them on, but they were too tight. So I think she's jumping the gun a little bit.
I can still get away with 4X stuff, obviously, but 5X would probably be a bit baggy.
It's not the end of the world.
Just donate them? I guess.
Oh, she went to go get her flurry. I cut out a lot here.
Twisty Misty? Flew. The cup? Like broken or something? All over the carpet.
Think of a slushie. Like a Twisty Misty appears to be just a slushie. They are syrup and ice. That carpet is going to be so full of gunk. And she's got cats walking around there, and it's going to get sticky. And just listen to the way she talks about cleaning it. Because she doesn't want to do it, but she's like, oh, it's right, I did this. I mean, just listen to it.
I dropped it. Excuse me. I'm so fucking annoyed right now. Cheers. I cleaned up what I could, but I'll probably have to, I don't know. Do I have to shampoo the carpet? How do I clean that?
Yeah, you have to wash it. Like, there's no sucking that up. It's sticky. You need to maybe not shampoo the whole carpet, but you need to get down. You need to scrub it out, because otherwise it's going to get terrible.
Someone help me. No, is there any way I can clean it without having to resort to using some big machine?
Yeah. You get down on your hands and knees and you fucking scrub it. You don't need a machine. You need to not be bone idle.
Before I go upstairs, I'll go and spray water on it and put paper towel.
How is that gonna... I mean, spraying water and putting a paper towel might keep it damp for longer, so it stops it from getting thicker and more viscous. It stops the stickiness for a little bit. But this live stream went on for, I want to say, 4 hours. And by the end of it, she was just tired and napping. You know she didn't go down and clean it again. So that's just going to be a wreck. I mean, I wonder what the deposit on her apartment is, because there's no way the landlord's given it her back before he's taken out money to clean that carpet professionally. And she's just going to have to live with it.
A cleaning life that creates more mess. Go figure. My life. And actually that I vaped, I don't feel like doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of your life.
I'm probably the laziest person you will ever meet in your life.
I'd agree with that assessment.
Alright, should we get cleaning?
What a thought.
Gotta make room for you.
Oh, this is another thing. The whole cleaning, we see a bit, but she has us facing her. And this is why I was saying before that this would have been much better as a pre-recorded video. She could have taken shots. If there was a bit she was super embarrassed about, she could have just cut it out or montaged over it. And then she could have been like, ta-da! And it would have been brilliant. And it would have been less effort for her. But She just won't do it.
This is disgusting. You guys are gonna like.
Yeah.
Here it goes.
That was what we saw. What's that? No, that was not what we saw before. The empty ice cream? Or we did.
Yeah.
And some of this stuff has been there for days. Like, we've pointed out and been like, how long till that gets moved? The answer is now.
Oh. Hold on. I don't like having a messy room like this, trust me.
And yet, it's always like this.
Rip McFlurry baby powder for my... I don't even use it, really. I should.
And why is it there?
Especially in the summer, when your fupa is very... When the fupa is very...
I don't want to think about her fupa at this point, but I would say probably the fold under her belly more than anything. Here's the thing with baby powder. I know people recommend it because it dries out the area and so it doesn't rub as much, which is the point she's getting at. But Vaseline, man. If you put baby powder under there, I imagine, because I've never done it. Yeah, I would think Vaseline would be better because that's the kind of stuff, you know, when you get that Glide stuff that runners use to prevent having like rubbing flies and things like that when they're doing marathons. It makes more sense to me because baby powder, you're just gonna sweat and it's gonna cause like a paste. It's not gonna be good, you know, because you're gonna sweat through it. I can remember when we used to go for swimming lessons when I was in school, and it was like the late 80s, early 90s, I would say at that point, probably like that kind of time. And talcum powder was a thing with all the kids. But if you go swimming and you don't dry your arm properly, then you put talcum powder on, like, it just forms a paste. And that's what I imagine here. So sorry to make you imagine the same thing, but that's where my brain went.
The put-in's going.
Why is there put-in in your room?
I'm not opening that. Oh, God, no.
Ugh. Why would you keep old poutine in your room? Why? Ugh.
Dip sauce.
Of course, dip sauce.
I'm such a fucking slob.
Yeah, you are.
Q-tips can go in the bathroom, actually. Yeah. Put them in there. Toilet paper as well.
Yeah, that'd be nice. You want to use paper towels that block up the
full.
toilet?
What are you drinking that?
Why? Why are you drinking that? That's been there for how long? Like, I think that's coconut water because, spoiler alert, later she has a lot of the bottles on her floor. But if this stuff has been there as long as it's been there, just throw it away. Oh.
It stinks.
It stinks. That's a really...
Actually, I'm going to double bag that because I don't want it to leak. And it reeks.
So she's saying it reeks here. Not, oh, it smells a little bit. Oh, I can smell it. Like, it stinks, it reeks. So imagine her room right now. Imagine how bad that smells.
Who wanted me to throw the puts-in out before? The puts-in is like
so she's
2
been...
months old, I swear to God.
So she's been told to throw it out before, but 2 months of fries, gravy and cheese just moulding on your table. How do you fucking live like that? How do you live like that?
How long ago did I have that binge?
Oh,
It wasn't like well, kinda, yeah.
yeah.
You guys will not even recognize my room after.
We haven't actually seen her room right now. Again, pre-filming this, montaging it would give us more of an idea and your achievements.
Like, for real. What do you want me to show you? Me doing this?
Would that be nice? It's a video. It's a video, why not?
But my room doesn't smell. Like, it doesn't smell in here at all.
Impossible. If you've got multiple fast food, let's just take the fast food papers, yeah? That creates a smell. The air goes stale. You've got like the leftover grease. You know how it is. Like, you have a takeaway and maybe you're like, okay, I'll clean this in the morning. It happens with my family, they'll put it on the side, they'll clean it in the morning. And you come downstairs and your kitchen smells like stale takeaway. That's overnight with something where we've taken the food out and we've put it in the fridge and we're just cleaning up containers. There's no way with fucking 2-month-old poutine, your room doesn't smell to high heaven. I can believe she doesn't smell it because she lives in it and you become accustomed to your own stench. But there's no way that doesn't smell.
So that's why they only smelled when I moved the thing.
No way.
You know? I was like, damn.
Oh, how
What
revolting.
the fudge is that?
That's the smell of your room.
That's why I forgot about it so long. It didn't smell.
You didn't... You just said someone reminded you. How do you forget there's a pile of poutine on your dressing table? It's your dressing table.
I do have to clean out my makeup drawer. It's very messy.
I don't think that's your priority right now.
Like, really messy.
If it's contained in a drawer and it's just
so do you guys
makeup,
think I should, like, have
got bigger problems.
somebody over? I don't see why not.
Oh, and there comes this narrative
If we're
again.
just in my room and not making a lot of noise. Like, it's not like I'm going to be, like, screwing loudly all night.
But they are going to be screwing. So it's gone from, I'll never bring him here. Oh, I might bring him here, but we're not going to have sex. That'd be super disrespectful. He might hear something. To, oh, we're not going to do it loud. Bear in mind that Peter's already told her he could hear her downstairs when she was doing a live when he was working. And he works with earphones in because he works in customer service. So he's speaking. If he can hear her over that, she's going to be loud enough. You're going to be able to hear that.
Like, I actually would be very quiet.
Who are you trying to justify this to?
You know what I mean? People hear the clapping. No, actually, you can't hear things like once your door's closed.
Then how did he hear the live stream? I'm assuming he closes his door to work. Clearly you can hear something.
It's really hard to hear stuff. And plus he has his music and stuff on.
So screw him. I don't care if you can hear or not.
Clapping. What the fuck, you guys? I don't know. Garbage?
Yep. Lots of garbage.
No, we should see under this desk right now. Right back the way it was.
You're just shaving your face right now. You're on live, madam. Hi, don't mind us.
Alright. Almost 40? Menopausal? No problem, we got you covered. Dental floss, Kleenex, wrappers.
And just handfuls of it that's been there for weeks.
That's mostly what it is. The only really nasty garbage was that what's in.
All the
And
old
the
food.
McFlurry.
Ugh.
And I have like cups here. Like,
Right, so old syrup, old dairy, old actual food items, and a ton of wrappers, and a ton of like empty coconut water, but like you're living in a trash heap right now. How does she not have
McDonald's cups that I gotta get rid of there? But, oh crap. A lot of garbage.
Yeah.
I need a garbage can in here. I had one.
How does she not have a garbage can? She gets deliveries from Amazon and other places every day. How is she not sitting there right now like, hang on guys, let me just order one? It's not hard. You don't have to build it. Just get one in there.
Treats for BB Gens? No, don't even look at me! Go away!
Don't shake treats at it then.
You're harassing me. I'm gonna call the friggin' shelter and say, listen, I want a refund because...
Excuse you?
It's ridiculous at this point. It's absolutely ridiculous! All you do is freak out. You freak out!
Excuse you?
You look like a friggin' treat junkie.
Glass
That's what
houses,
you
madam.
do?
Glass houses.
Is this mania? Manic? No. I'm actually sane.
Excuse you. Manic people are not insane. You don't get to sit there and say, no, I'm not manic, I'm sane. Excuse you? Check yourself. Excuse you.
This is a nice scarf, isn't it?
She got that in one of her FabFitFun boxes, didn't she?
Oh, that would be a nice blindfold. Will it work as a blindfold?
Oh.
Hold on.
I don't want to. Why are you giving us this? I
I'm
don't
fat
want to
head, so-
know.
Oh, yeah.
That as an image. He comes over. This is what he's faced with. The hanging.
I'm going to keep that right here. Close to the bed so I can try it. You guys are going to want my tips from OnlyFans.
Excuse me?
So don't act like you won't.
Okay, number one. OnlyFans is not happening. Like, there's no way she can go back to OnlyFans after the absolute debacle of her last attempt at OnlyFans. It would be a very stupid idea. Now, if you go and subscribe to that, frankly, you make your choices. Like, if you go in expecting her to give you content for the second time and pay money for it, I'd absolutely not. Why would anyone trust her? She has actually, as a side note, she's opened up channel memberships. I also would not trust her to give content for that. Right now, it seems to say that it includes custom emojis, which I guess she'll sort out. I'm not sure how that works on the back end, but she could pay someone to do that. And she has said something about members-only lives, but she has not specified, I don't think, how often, or maybe she just said once a week. I might be wrong on that. I don't have the information in front of me at this moment. But she hasn't promised a lot. I still think that's going to prove too much because she can't even schedule herself. She rebels against her own ideas. So I would not trust her to give any content. And I'm actually surprised that she hasn't gone for merch first, because the thing with merch is you can hire someone to make it and then you sell it through an already established store. So the actual energy she has to put into it for it to be an ongoing thing isn't that much. She can throw some money at it and be done. And then that feels like it would work better for her, but she didn't. She's going for members instead. I was making a point with that. I don't remember. Second, if you're saying you have never tried the blindfold, you've never tried the thing, I'm going to try it, well then you don't have any tips to give, do you? If you're going to set yourself up as a fat sex guru, which based on her community post recently, she was like, oh, I'm thinking of opening up memberships to talk about sex as a fat person, but you don't have that much experience in the, like, what are you going to be teaching people? What tips are you going to be giving? Because from the sounds of it, whenever you mention it, everything is new to you.
Just don't pretend. Kinky queen. That's me. That's me. I'm just joking. I'm not kinky at all, actually.
So your memberships would be worth subscribing to then?
Ah! All the garbage just flew back out of my bag. Sweetie, how to move?
Everywhere.
I'm trying to do my life here.
That's a whole nother episode.
Empty treat bags.
Gross. Oh, so the smell of cat treats. The
Back
cornucopia
scratcher.
of scent.
Want me to pet you with a small hand? Imagine you have a guy over and your room is messy like this.
Oh, I couldn't. Welcome to my trash heap. This is what I never understood. I have seen episodes of like hoarder type shows where women have come in and been like, this is my banana collection, my rotting banana collection that I keep. And I'm sitting there going, and she's got a boyfriend. I mean, Chantal always goes to his place and has been very much putting up a front for most of it. So it's entirely possible that the other person would just not know the extent of it. But once you get them in your house, run the other way. Run!
Nothing says boner diffuser like...
Your room?
Nancy heard me, boner diffuser.
Oh, you're so edgy.
Sorry I'm quiet. Just give me a minute to get this all out. Okay, I think the garbage here, the McDonald's cups, I'm going to empty them, so
Oh,
Sorry guys, give me 2 minutes here.
God, her bedding's a wreck.
I'm almost done this part. And then I'll show you the grand reveal.
Which we'd appreciate more if we'd seen a grand before.
Anyone else hate cleaning their room?
Not as much as I hate living in filth.
As much as I do. Alright. I need to get some wipes.
Yeah, disinfect that shit. See, it's still
Sorry,
very
I have to put all my
cluttered.
stuff away here.
Even when it's... Oh, that's very blurry, sorry. Even when it's clean, I always feel like her surfaces are cluttered. I wish she'd clear them off nicely. She's got the space to in her room. We've seen her drawers and things.
I'm not going to put you guys right now. Hold on. Can I put you here?
Oh, and she could also...
For now, because I have...
No,
I have
it's all
to,
blurry. Sorry. Okay. You can see behind where her TV used to be. Like, she's now got some shelving there. She could definitely take some of the crap off her dressing table and she could put it there. Because her TV's not there anymore. She's got more storage and it would really help.
Put my jewelry away. So, happy grooming. Clean one.
That's the Lush stuff.
Almond Blossom shower gel.
Also, in the vein of clutter, why does she keep this stuff on her dressing table and not in the bathroom where she would use it? Why do you need shower gel on your dressing table? Put it in the shower.
Beauty sleep. Perfume. Here. That can go here. Why aren't those going in the right hole? You know, go in the hole.
Going in the hole is what got us into this mess to begin with.
There we go. I'm putting my jewelry in my box. So messy. Perfect. Now I just have to put that here. There's a lot of trash on my desk.
So much trash.
But it's gone.
Well, it's on your bed now. Because later she starts putting stuff and throwing it behind her and I'm like, excuse me, that's not a way.
I'm not sure, Katie, but it will be coming soon, don't worry. I'm gonna come up with a routine for regular stuff and try to fit some
Love to see it.
scheduled videos in there. Just been really going through a weird time in my life right now.
What, the lazy
It's been
time?
a while, actually. I've been going through a weird time in my life.
Yes, it has.
Plus, I've been ignoring my responsibilities.
Yep.
No, not really. I mean,
Yes, really, you've been ignoring everything that might be useful or productive in your life to go over to the trap house and do drugs and have sex with this guy. You've been ignoring a lot of things, including pretty much every single medical responsibility you have.
my
So
cleaning
much
duties.
trash.
I've been gone, you know, but
She has been gone, but that's not going to produce more trash. That's going to mean she's not there to mess it up. So this just means the mess she's had there has been there for weeks.
do you want to see my... Actually, I gotta get rid of the McCafe cup.
That'd be nice.
Here we go.
Now, that for all, it's a little bit cluttered for me, but she does have the fan and the machine and everything. That's okay. Like, get rid of the couple of cups and the one she's drinking from right now. She's doing all right. I didn't realise her dressing table was like a corner, but I guess she said she wanted to turning it into a filming area for her bedroom. And I think that would be really good. Like, get the other crap out of the main living area and declutter it a little bit and just make it a bit more, you know, Pete's friendly as well. Because she does share this space, you know. And if she wants to make a good impression when people walk in, it doesn't look great to have all the filming stuff. Although, as I say that, if she's got the filming area in her room, that is something then if he arrives, you've got right there. I don't know. I don't know which one would be better, but it'd be nice to get it out of the communal area.
everything here. My Lush creams. I like this little thing. You can put like little earrings in there. My CPAP machine. My fan. I wiped it down. That's my humidifier.
I mean, it looks decent, I think. You know?
And that's it.
I don't like
clean,
that square shelf, but I get why she's got it. I should have showed you that
before, but it was embarrassing. It was bad. Now,
I find it so strange the things she gets embarrassed about, especially as she's about to show us under the table.
Under the desk is really horrible. It's so bad. It's like before. Remember my one video?
Yes, I do.
You guys want to go outside?
Don't get distracted.
Oh, no, clean under the desk. What did I say I was gonna do?
Oy. And that is just the bottom. Because what? She doesn't have a trash can? Like, you can't put a garbage bag there, at least fill up the garbage bag? If you don't have a trash can, even though it's inexplicable that you don't. Like, how can you live with this amount of crap? And all those wires are going to be a massive, like, fire hazard. And just imagine, as the top of the desk was just as filthy. We've just seen her take a whole trash bag's worth of garbage off of that. So, just the amount, it's a complete tip. How can you be in that room and look at it? I just...
Don't look at my ugly feet. Look at...
Oh, we ain't looking at your feet, darling. Look at that. And she's laughing.
You see my dirty secret?
It's so funny.
I know it's bad.
Yeah.
My car is bad.
Oh, her car probably looks the same inside. She eats so much fast food in there. Oh, yeah.
It's shameful.
So shameful you've just shown it to the internet and you haven't deleted the stream? Yeah, no, I can tell you're ashamed. Definitely not content.
It's a fucking mess. I'm gonna clean it. It's not the end of the world.
Actually, to be fair to her, it's
cleaner,
not.
But
it's not the end of the world because it is fixable. But she doesn't deserve to live like this. And she doesn't seem to realise it for herself. Like, you don't deserve to live in a garbage pile.
I'm gonna clean under here, put a load in.
Okay, stop giving me the plan and start giving me the action.
Go sit outside for a bit.
She's got so many, are they appliances, hair accessories?
I need to untangle
what would I
all
call
my
them?
shit too. What's around here?
So that's the hairdryer on the
my
back.
My lamp is spazzing out.
Remember earlier we had the discussion about her saying, no, I'm not manic, I'm sane. We have had a discussion before on her channel about her using words like retard, like spastic. All those words that we're like, hey, those words are not acceptable. What are you doing? And that stuff never just gets removed from her speech. And when people start going on about how, no, you're reaching, you're overemphasizing, you're calling her racist when she's not, you're calling her, you know, insulting when actually she didn't mean to. Like when you say, oh, you're taking this too far, it wasn't a big deal. But she lets it so casually slip into her language. These are the reasons we do that. Because this isn't a new conversation on her channel. And it's not like she stops and apologizes for it. She doesn't. She doesn't even register using it. And for some people, that's a defense. But I don't think that makes it any better. You can't use language like that. It's not okay. And yet, when we point it out, well, no, we're taking this too far. We're taking this too far. But we get it again and again and again. Even after conversations where people have said that's not okay. And she's had rages where she has defended this, where she's been like, it's not a big deal, it's not a bad word, it just means a stupid person. It's stop doing it. Stop doing it. If it's not a big deal, you don't need to do it. But actually it is a big deal and people have told you it's a big deal and you're still doing it. And saying I wasn't thinking stops being an excuse when you've already had that discussion. You can make a mistake and say, I'm going to try and do better. But we see repeated examples of this in your streams, in your videos, in your speech in general. And it's not okay.
Hair straightener.
So she's got, look how many things she's got behind her right now. She's got the hair dryer, she's got something else, and the straightener. It's now on her bed, all tangled up.
Actually, that's why I have the broom here. So I can...
Good God. Listen to that. It's not funny. So, empty,
Disaster.
greasy paper bags that have been there for a while.
I'm not moving out now. Is that popcorn chicken?
Ugh! Why do you have surprise rotting popcorn chicken? This isn't even on your dressing table. This isn't like, I mean, she can't go and watch a movie in her room because no TV. But this isn't like I ordered some food, I wasn't quite finished, I decided to eat it while I read or eat it while I watched a movie. And when I was done, I couldn't be bothered to go downstairs, and I didn't have a trash can, so I put it on top of my dresser. I still don't think that's something you should do, but okay, no, I get the thought process there. This is popcorn chicken that she didn't finish eating and just chucked on the floor to rot. What are you doing? Why are you storing old food on the floor ever? What are you doing?
I have no idea. I was looking for this lip gloss. Travonda!
It was in the hoard.
So much for my Twisty Misty.
Yep, that's the
I can't
priority.
believe I'm doing this with like 1,000 people. 1,400 people watching me.
Yep. Me neither. Why not just make a video? Because it would make us too happy, is the real answer. It would require slightly more effort than just switching the camera on, and it would make us too happy. So even though this is more embarrassing for her, she's just going to do it this way.
You friggin' slob. You know why? Because you're going to see that no matter how slobby you are, you can always turn your life around. You know?
That's something I actually believe in, but she's shown no evidence of doing that. And she doesn't finish cleaning her room, so it's not like this is a brand new day.
You can always clean your room.
You could, and yet you don't.
That's it.
And isn't that just the summary of her life? She had lots of choices, and she chose not to.
I need a trash can, I know.
Yeah, what a thought.
And I have laundry baskets, it's just...
Oh, she doesn't finish this thought. She just starts sucking on her Twisty Misty. And I'm like, well, you just don't use them. Because she said before, she throws her stuff on the floor, or she sleeps in it and then throws it on the floor. And she's got 2 laundry baskets. Last time she did a cleanup, she showed them to us. She has places she can put this.
I'll have to dive under there at some point.
No, I'm sure you're going to dive. I'm sure.
Alright, let's get all these cartons of water out of the way. I'm putting them in this bag, but...
Another McDonald's bag. Is that the 3rd one she's had?
No, he's not coming over.
At the moment.
Not now.
Yeah. Not never. Not now.
Not today. And I don't know when, but if it happens...
When it happens, because she's opened up this conversation enough times that it is going to happen at some point, no matter how bad an idea it might be.
Then I need to be clean.
Yeah.
For people to come over.
Also, this harkens back to when she was first considering going on dates, and she's like, when she was going to meet whichever guy it was in the hotel room that she was going to get for her birthday. And she was like, I'm going to have to moisturize every inch of my body. I'm going to have to do this, do that. It was going to be like a week of preparation. And you're like, well, why don't you just maintain a certain level of preparation? I mean, yeah, okay. It's winter and I wear jeans a lot. And there's no one who's going to see my legs. So maybe I don't shave my legs as often. Okay, I might shave my legs. You know, an example of that. Okay, that's something quite quick. But if you got surprised, it wouldn't take very long if you had a sudden change of plans. Or if someone suddenly came over to your house and it was more or less tidy. Okay, maybe you didn't do the deep clean of XYZ, but it'd be more or less put together. If you keep a certain level of maintenance, it's not a panic anytime something happens. because every job doesn't have to be a mountain. And she's never understood this, I feel.
Just for anybody, like why would I have somebody over if it was like a pigsty? I wouldn't do that.
Do you remember when maintenance needed to come in? To like 3 attempts because she hadn't cleaned?
I'm gonna get up and do this, so you might not
so
see
much
me
trash
right now.
The small piece of credit I can give her, I was not expecting her to bend down and actually go get the stuff. I thought she was going to use that broom she'd had the whole time. So, you know, okay, credit where it's due.
My bed. Garbage bag number 1.
Oh, more takeout greasy things.
Gee. What's in the back of here now? Perfect. All right, I just have the vacuum under there. See all the crumbs?
Again, credit where it's due. That's a lot better than it was, but it is filthy, that carpet. It is covered in crumbs, and that drawer is still not fixed.
Really bad. But the vacuum will get all that.
And where's the vacuum?
So that's what I'll do, I'll vacuum. After I clean everything up, I'll vacuum it.
Everything up? She starts vaping again at this point, and it's downhill from there.
I gotta go get sand.
Okay. She went outside, which I did cut. Pete's just came out, and we saw kind of shots of the rest of the mess, which I'm not sure if I have in here. I do want to at some point put some pictures up, so give it a little bit. But she started vaping again at this point, and there's no way she's getting anything else done.
Hey, Fizz.
Oh, there he is.
I'm cleaning my room.
You can see behind him
That's cute.
how much stuff is on that floor. Just look at it, like how she even walked through that to get to the point we were at. This is why she always carries us on her boob. It's so that we can't see her picking through the floor of her bedroom. Because once we're placed, we can only see her bed, which is already a mess, but look at this.
You're still hard at work, I see.
Yep. He inspired me to clean. Yeah, I gotta
because he cleaned up some of her shit.
Would you want to be in this room?
Nope.
So, preach.
Well, I don't think I can do this when I'm on live. Like the desk, yeah, but like getting up, and I think I need to put music on. It's so silent on my end.
If only you could pre-record.
And I got copyright last time, so I don't want. How will I survive this night without my chat? I mean, I'll lay down for a bit and hang out, but
yeah. So nothing's getting done.
After.
The rest of the live is her lying down, or she goes down into the kitchen for a minute, but nah, nothing else gets done.
Oh yeah, Sam, for sure. Like my house gets messy. I am lazy too, so that doesn't help.
Yeah.
And I'm not the healthiest person. But on top of that, being depressed, it's just so hard to keep your environment, like, because your environment, they say, reflects your mental state.
It 100% does. I left this in even though it wasn't really part of the whole clean because she was making this point. So when she was outside, she talks a little bit about, you know, depression and stuff. But she's used this as a reason for not cleaning before. And there's some truth in it, but I don't feel it's the root cause of what's going on here. Because, yes, the first sign I see of when I'm kind of entering a more depressed time is that I lose control of my environment. Because she's right, it does frequently reflect the other. And I understand that. It feels very hard to clean when you're in a depressed state. It does. Depression can be debilitating. So the thing is though, she's had the energy to be going live all these times. She's had the energy to be getting ready and going out and feeling herself for a weight loss. Now, you don't always have, I would say she's shown no signs. Sometimes there aren't outward signs, but the signs she's been showing, if anything, has shown a tick up in her mood, not a tick down. Now, there's been a lot going on, and with her going back and forth between the crack house and here, and sometimes she thought she was off with him, and then she went straight back to food, and that seemed to be a low moment because all the hopes and dreams were crushed, and then she changed her mind. So there's been a lot in terms of the emotions of the last week or so. But here, I don't feel it's an appropriate scapegoat for the trash she lives in. I really don't. I do think this is 100% her laziness and just not wanting to do it. It is a thing. Sometimes it is responsible for the mess. But from everything we've seen in the last weeks, I don't think I can believe it, accept it. Like, I have the right to accept anything, but I don't accept it as a viable reason for the state this is. But she uses her psychological conditions as an excuse a lot of the time. Because, okay, let's say you've got depression. What are you doing? You've got access to everything. Have you seen your psychiatrist? No. No therapist. No therapist visit, no mention of the therapist recently. So, have you been following up with your doctor? Have you been taking care of your health in other ways? Because physical health reflects mental health, and if you're taking care of one, you'll see improvements in the other sometimes. With the issues that cause her depression, I feel that's true. I realise it's not true all the time. So what are you doing to help yourself? Because if the answer is nothing when you have access to everything, I don't want to hear how it's affecting your life.
Oh, fuck it. I'll clean when I clean. I clean some of it.
That's all she does.
I want to lay down. So, anyways, I'm gonna put my chair together.
So she went downstairs to have her grilled cheese sandwich, and then she was like, oh no, I'm going to go back up and put my chair together. So even if she wasn't cleaning, she was going to do something productive that she had said she was going to do. This is what happened. She just got back on the llama.
Oh, I'm so relaxed right now after that grilled cheese.
You're high. This is not a grilled cheese high, madam.
I'm not good at adulting, but
That's true.
I don't want to completely just brush that off as just being lazy, because a lot of it is I've had a lot of really bad depression, especially like in the throes of like my eating disorder and stuff like that.
She has had times when she's definitely been low. I think an eating disorder is a really difficult thing to face. You can't use that excuse forever. Either you follow up with treatment and do something about it, or you don't, and you don't get to blame it because you're not addressing it.
Do you feel 16 trapped in a... No, I don't feel 16 at all. Mentally, no. I mean, I laugh at farts and I'm silly, but like when it comes to the important like life lessons and things like that, I think that I'm learning them well enough.
Do you?
Could
you give me an example?
You know, I think that I've always worked. I've always...
No, she hasn't. She's had jobs. She's 100% had jobs, but then she got fired from the medical administration job she was in, partly because she was lazy, she didn't like it, she started turning up late, she started just not being a good employee, and as a secondary thing, she couldn't speak French and it was a bilingual position, and then she got a settlement from that job, which... rumoured to be in six-figure. I don't know exactly what the settlement was. I can't remember if she's told us exactly. But she got a large settlement from that job, which funded her life. And then she kind of got into YouTube. So she had the ability with the money to fund the growth of her channel. And now she does YouTube. Now, YouTube is her profession. She does maintain an income from it. So you could call it an employer. Sure, you could call it a job. But to say she's always worked, I feel might be pushing that a bit far.
Cared for myself.
How?
I mean, I think despite having issues with like mental health and... Which is
no one's fault. No one's
stuff
fault.
Like that.
Not your fault is your problem. You could address it. You're choosing not to, which is your fault. Yeah? It's not your fault you have a condition. It is your fault if you have the opportunity to treat it and you choose to avoid that.
I think overall I have a pretty good head on my shoulders.
I ended it there because I was feeling a bit shady and frankly I was just like, you think what? Please give me an example of how you've got a good head on your shoulders, how you are sensible of the things you should be responsible for in your life. I would prefer you do that before you head back to the crack house. Yeah? If anyone could give me an example of how responsible she is and how well adjusted she is, please do put it down below in the comments. I'd like to hear it. Okay, so that's as much as I was willing to do. She did discuss some other things. She talked a little bit about depression. She mentioned the docs again because apparently she can't just let that die. We still have no confirmation over whether she's spoken to him about the docs, but she did call it a collab docs at one point because like she released his first name but everyone else found the information, I suppose, you know, so just absolve yourself of all the responsibility of leaving that information out there. Just keeps excusing herself. She said she's not going to look into it to see if it's correct or not, in which case shut up about it. You're not helping. Just if you're going to ignore it, ignore it. Stop saying you're going to ignore it because then you mention it. She said something about not wanting to shock her body too much with weight loss, and a few other things about how people should eat. And I was like, I'm not 100% here not to take dieting advice from her. Thank you very much. That was basically all that I was willing to follow. I was kind of skipping through the rest in case I missed anything big. But yeah. She's living in a hovel, which is a shame because it's a lovely apartment. She could do a lot more, but then to prepare herself for the terrible time of getting up and actually doing a job, she ate ice cream and smoked, and then she had no follow through to do anything. And she'll keep doing that. And she has much said, oh, it's because I did this, but she keeps doing this. Oh, it's because of my depression, but you won't address it. Oh, I feel sick, but I won't stop eating this. There's so many things she could do with her life. And I don't want to sit here and say, well, no, it's not okay to have those problems. But it's not okay to say, I have those problems, it's affecting my life, but I also have these solutions that I'm not exploring. So I do think there is a certain amount of personal responsibility that comes later in that line that she definitely does not engage with at all. Okay, I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to edit this down and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.